Well, here we are again, folks. This morning we have a stunning 2005 BMW X5 3-litre Sport automatic, and this benefits having been professionally converted to run on LPG, and it is the multi-point injection LPG system. For those folks that are not too sure about this, you can get a cheaper single point one, but then certainly not as good as the multi-point. This was about £2,000 to be installed a few years ago. We've got all the certificates. It has been registered on the LPG National Register, as well as with DVLA for logbook and for road tax reasons. We'll just do a quick walk round now. "19" alloy wheels. As you can see, they're in very good condition. No curbing or damage on any of the wheels. So it's either been extremely looked after, or they've had a new set or been refurbished at some stage. It is a top of the range model. It was fully spec'd out to the max when new. So exterior options were rear parking sensors, side steps, xenon lights, angel eyes, front fogs, front parking sensors, and a full-size panoramic roof, which I'll demonstrate shortly. The roof rails finished in beautiful blue. It certainly looks well on this particular model. The bodywork is absolutely stunning. I think on the whole of the car I can't find any marks, scratches, not even dimples or trolley dents. You would expect something of a 10-year-old 4x4. The only thing I can find, it's not broken the paint, but just a little bit of a dimple here. Very hard to see. I'm being super fussy for a 10-year-old vehicle, but I do like to be honest with my descriptions, because if you come in here from miles away to view it, I won't drag you here under any false pretenses. Feel free to come and visit me in my beautiful hometown of Ross-on-Sea. Or if you don't wish to travel, as always, delivery is free and payment is only asked after you've had a satisfactory test drive and demonstrated everything is working. If you're not completely happy, then you can just walk away and I'll drive the vehicle back. But as you can see by my feedback, that's never happened yet. I've been in the car job for 25 years, so I'd like to think after all that time I do know a good car from a bad car. This was taken in part exchange at my brother's garage, Junction Auto Park in Llandudno Junction, or as the English like to pronounce it, Llandudno. The interior is absolutely fantastic considering the light colour. This has had an upgrade stereo unit, which I'll come to shortly, but the original unit is there that benefits from sat-nav and television. Of course, the sat-nav will be 10 years out of date now, and the television, unfortunately, 10 years ago was on an analog signal, and now we've moved over to digital, so it's difficult to get those to work unless you pay somebody to put a converter in. So that's why it's been updated to a newer style iPod connection with hands-free phone dialing, but I'll come to that shortly. There's the original DVD GPS navigation system, as well as the multi-play CD player, so they're all present and correct if you wished to go back to fitting that. The last owner of 2 years was super fussy. In fact, he was anally fussy, The mats and carpets are protected by brand new overmats, and he even had plastic mats over the overmats. In the back was the same story. Lovely cover protecting the plastic cover that is protecting wait for it. Let's remove that so you can see how brand spanking new. How's about that for a carpet? Or light coloured carpet in a 4x4. Just putting the panel back on there. Just got your floor straps. So underneath here, instead of where a spare wheel should go, it's got a 60 litre LPG tank. So fuel's running approximately just over £1.10 a litre, whereas LPG is under half price at 54p a litre as we speak now. So you'll be running this luxury 4x4 vehicle for less than the price of a Ford Fiesta. The miles per gallon is exactly the same, but you're just paying half price. So by removing the spare wheel and fitted a 60 litre gas tank, you obviously lost your spare wheel. There's no spare wheel as such on this. Not sure what's happened to it by the previous owner. So you've got a couple of options. Is to take a chance if you're in the RAC or AA. When I think about it, I've been delivering cars for years now, and I can't remember the last time I had a puncture. You could go to the trouble of fitting run flat tyres all round, or you could have a bottle of the pump up juice that you can buy from most motor accessory shops or Halfords, or you could have a space saver. You can actually get an X5 space saver, or you certainly could find one second hand very cheap, or you could just get a cheaper spare tyre and wheel for those long journeys. So we'll just put the tailgate back up now. We've got extra 12 volt supplies there. So there's where you, I've just taken the cap off to show you. I'll put the cap on, show it back, and that's just where you put your LPG. As you travel around the country, you've never any problem with finding an LPG station, but it will run on petrol as well as LPG. So what most LPG owners have is a quarter of a tank of petrol, which will give you, approximately 100 mile, and then keep refilling the LPG tank up. So we'll have a quick demonstration of that. We've got all the keys from new, 3 remote control keys, as well as the emergency key. All keys work. So we start it up. And there we go. It's full of gas, so that 4 is your fuel gauge just for the gas.
Until now, abortion has been such a brave.
I did say it was the top of the range, fully specced up. Got electric seats, memory. It's only covered 45,000 miles, so as you can see, the seat, the bolsters are very nice. There you go. There's the new mats that were over plastic mats that were over the original carpet in the first place. So there you go, you've got all the green lights. So the top one now signifies it has cut it onto and it's running now on gas. You can override that by pressing this button. That now. There you go, there's the red light, so that means it's running on petrol. It's got a quarter of a tank.
And it's all parquetry inlaid.
And then we just press it again.
This is Roman Pierre, along with his brother Maz.
It's got 4 bars, 4 out of 4, so it's full of gas. I've just filled it up with gas, 54p a litre, and there's the green light, so that shows now it's running on gas. We've got service certificates for that. And as I say, I've just filled it up this morning with gas. £32 from completely empty to brim it up, 54p a litre. How's about that?
See what it's all about.
So as it's the sport model, it's got the sport seats. And it is absolutely in amazing condition for a 10-year-old 4x4, especially of a light colour. you can actually go to the trouble of getting a BMW hands-free phone there. There's all my bits and bobs, because I am actually using this at the moment myself, so you can expect a few 100 miles more on it. Cup holders, automatic gearbox with a facility of going into manual. That's in sport mode now, back into automatic. As you can see there, 45,000 miles, but I expect this to rise because I am using it myself. We can do a test there, show, demonstrate everything's working. So the average fuel consumption of the last owner is 25 to the gallon. I reset it and I'm getting 22 to the gallon, but of course I've only just been doing a few local miles. So you can average about 25 to the gallon. So when you consider it's half price, it's basically the same equivalent of getting 50 to the gallon. This is the last of the E53 shape, so it is the facelift model. So as you can see, it's got the facelift steering wheel, facelift dashboard. It's top of the range, so electric everything. And how's about this? Full size panoramic glass sunroof, as well as electric blind. You can drive around with a panoramic glass, or we can just have a little bit of ventilation like so, or with the one touch finger. As you can see, I'm not touching that. That will go back to about halfway. Let me just touch it once more, and that will retract. Heated seats. Last owners never used a cigarette lighter. As you can see, it's not being used. Everything works. The air conditioning gets icy cold. I've gone through everything. Cruise control, electric windows. I've operated everything. I can't find any faults. Electric steering wheel adjustment, up and down, in and out. Cruise control works. Accelerate, decelerate. Cruise control on and off. So here we go. So this has been upgraded to a Pioneer Bluetooth, iPod or any smartphone controllable via a USB connection. And it also works through the steering wheel, so we'll just demonstrate the volume going up and down. As you can see, the volume's going up and down there, and we're not touching anything, just doing it on the steering wheel. So, by source, you've got the radio. You can also auxiliary, so you could put a USB stick in there instead of a phone. You just put a USB memory stick with some MP3s. You've also got BT, which is Bluetooth audio, so you don't need your phone physically connected. You can just have any phone with Bluetooth technology and that'll link in. You've also got the radio, and what I've done is just mounted a holder there for my iPhone. That connects as follows, and then you've got the hands-free. You play your music through your iTunes via the stereo. You've also got the hands-free phone kit with a microphone up there by the mirror. So by removing the original factory fitted unit, you've lost the TV and you've lost sat nav. But as I say, TV is now removed analog, so you've only got the digital, so you wouldn't get a signal on that unless you paid someone to override that and put a new converter adapter in. Also, sat nav, well, it's 10 years old sat nav, so I think you're better having the sat nav on a small TomTom or on your phone, and you're benefiting from being able to play your music through your iPhone. The original unit is still in the boot. You can fit that, but unfortunately it's not a 2-minute job, because I'm informed that the amplifier for the radio unit is fitted under the LPG gas unit. So that would involve removing the gas tank, so I certainly won't be doing that, but it's there if the second owner, the next owner rather, wishes to remove that radio and put the original radio in. So you've got all the instructions, various pamphlets. We haven't got a service history book as such, but we certainly have got all the invoices and servicing from new, which I'll go through with more details on the description on the internet. So there you go. We did a full HPI check. The last owner had the private registration number on, so that was the only thing that came flagged up on the HPI check. As you can see, it's never been stolen, no accidents. It's just red flagged plate change. Well, of course, we've got the new logbook now, and it's now on the 05 registration number. We've got lots of invoices. All the MOTs verify the very low mileage. We've got gas certificates for the conversion. There you go, the conversion was £1,617, and that was fitted 5 years ago in 2010. We've also got, it's been registered on the LPG national website, and we've got lots of service records. And in fact, just a couple of months ago, at 43,000 miles, it had a full service at the cost of £485. Even had the brake fluid change, so it's just had a major service. Full service history, no book as such. Don't know where that's, it might turn up, but we've got a very conclusive set of invoices and bills. Let's say we've got the MOT history, we've got all the old MOTs. You can go on the VOSA website, we've got MOTs currently going back to 17,000 miles. So the very low mileage is genuine and guaranteed. We've looked back on all the MOTs. The current MOT is till 2016. No advisories. In fact, very few of the old MOTs have ever had any advisories. The only advisories have been for bulbs or tyres. That's how well these X5s are constructed and how well this particular model has been looked after. So there we have it. Extremely clean. And what we call in the trade as genuine clean, i.e. no pressure washer or steam cleaner has been near this baby. Nice and dry, no oil leaks, no issues. It's certainly been looked after. So there we have the multi-point LPG conversion for the 6 cylinders. There we have the pump. So just to recap folks, a 2005 BMW 3-litre Sport automatic, top of the range, specced out with everything that could possibly be had in 2005. 5 owners from new, extremely low mileage at 45,000 miles, backed up with service history, bills, MOT and VOSA website checks. It's got the privacy glass, as you can see, a slightly lighter tint at the front, so completely legal. Got a dark tint to the rear. You've got the panoramic glass, finished in beautiful blue. Bodywork, in the words of Donald Trump, having a sniper Heidi Klum, is only 9.9, I'm afraid. We've docked it 0.1% for a tiny little dimple here. Probably a dead man would bring that out. Very hard to show you, but it's there. Delivery is free as always. The next owner will be very happy with this, I'm sure. If you're not happy, you don't have to pay for it, and that's the end of the matter. If you are happy, I'm happy to deliver this to anywhere in the United Kingdom. up in the Highlands of Scotland, South Coast, even Ireland, if you just pay for the ferry and fuel for £200. And there we have it. Thanks for listening and watching. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to phone or text me, email me, 9 AM till 9 PM, 7 days a week.